What a wonderful way to welcome you to another edition of the program, King's Sports Talk, right here on King's 88.5, streaming live on Cloud TV and our YouTube channel. It's good to have you listening on to this edition of the program, King's Sports Talk. 1 hour, 30 minutes of the most captivating sports news from Liberia and beyond. Please be my guest straight up until 12:30 this afternoon. Yeah. We're going to be looking at a few but important news from the sporting world, especially from our local scene.
Je t'aime, Liberia.
The National Counter Sport Meets was supposed to be kickstarting this December 15th, but have been postponed. For what? We're going to be filling you in. Normally, the Counter Sport Meet starts during the December month, but have been postponed by the organizer. For what we're going to be telling you in detail. We're also going to be filling in with the standing from the first and second division league of the Liberia Football Association. And the national team, the Lone Star, is set to go into the second round of the child qualifiers. Second round, and that will be against Senegal. How prepared they are. We're going to talk more about that on today's edition of the program, King's Sports Talk. My name is Otis Sanka. I'm your host and presenter of the program. Be my guest. Good straight up until 12:30 this afternoon. And we hope to have Mr. James Salensa Debat, Liberia's most celebrated soccer star, live on the program from Grand Bassa County. He should have been here, but due to some arrangement, he's in Grand Bassa. And we hope to have him live on the line to talk more about football, especially his involvement as a former player. I mean, we're going to talk more. So that's this lineup for today's edition of the program, King's Sports Talk. We take a gist of our team song. When we return, we start to talk more about that. But don't forget now, keep playing. Star 799 star 24 that's 26 hat is the code. Star 799 star 26 hat is the code. Keep playing. I will still do one more draw before leaving the radio. But let me take gist of the team song when I return. I start to go in depth on some of the trending news we're going to be following this morning on the program King's Sports Talk.
Wait
I love you, Liberia. Je t'aime, Liberia.
So welcome back to the program. Welcome back. It's good to have you listening. And on today's edition of the program, King Sports Talk. For those of you watching live on our live Facebook feed, you can keep your comments coming through on today's edition of the program. And some of the stories we are closely carry on today's edition of the program, King Sports Talk. The National County Sport Meet has been postponed by the organizer and to a later date. According to the organizer, the sport Liberia most follow sporting event is the National County Sport Meet, and have been postponed. And according to the organizer, it will be this January. It begins January 12th, 2025. And some of the reason that the organizer gave is more about, adequate funding. It's more about adequate funding. And sometimes I just get sick and tired about this. But again, we got to keep saying it. And, I mean, we fail to realize this as a country and people. Sport is a unifier. During the National County Sport Meets, we all put aside our differences, our political differences, our tribal differences, our religious differences, and unite to support our various counties during the competition. That is the time you see politicians, doctors, pastors, even the marketeers, the ordinary Liberians stooping in or glued to their various radio or television set to watch their various counties, and, during the tournament. And that alone should be like encouragement to national government, those stakeholders who are involved with sports, to see how more they can continue to support the event, because it unifies us, it brings us together. But sadly, the sport budget has been reduced drastically from 150,000 to 50,000 United States dollars. It was at 150,000 for sports, especially football. It was not even sufficient. 150,000 United States dollars. It was not even sufficient. But sadly, it had been reduced drastically to 50,000 Liberian dollars. All that has triggered the organizer to postpone the National County Sport Meet. That's one of the major reasons it was postponed. And the organizer has selected January 12th as the new date for the commencement of the competition. Most of the time, national government or the true Ministry of Youth and Sport gave out, some cash to the various counties to prepare themselves, while the county authorities and how they call it, politicians, officials, goodwill philanthropists from now various counties gave their own support for the preparation of that county team for the competition. So if you have 50,000 in the budget for sports, especially football, and there are other disciplines, I listened to the LFA the last time that's the Ministry of Youth and Sport and the LFA the last time there was a press conference here. They talk about including female soccer into the competition. But how can you involve female soccer into the competition when you continue to reduce the budget of football or sport in general? Check the national budget, the draft national budget. Sport, especially football, have been reduced drastically from 150,000 to 50,000 United States dollars. How will the players, how will the athletes, how will the technical staff get more involved when you have such a drastic reduction in sports budget, especially football? So sadly, for those of you who are anticipating that Counter Me were going to kickstart December 15, as we all know, and have been circulating in the media. Yesterday, late in the afternoon time, I received a call from one of my colleagues from the Sport Writer Association, and there was a press conference held. And during the press conference, it was announced that the contest meet had been postponed to January 12th as the new date. And one of the major reasons is because of the lack of or the low funding for national government. Yes, low funding. Till now, the organizer haven't received the kind of the needed support, to get the competition ready. And contests will be, going here and there, especially during the preliminary rounds. The people have to get prepared. So sadly, the county may have been postponed from January 15 to that's from December 15 to January 12th as the new date to commence the competition. But we'll talk more about that. We'll talk more about that in detail. We hope to have James Debat live on the line. I'm told that he's in Grand Bassa County. We hope to have him live on the line to talk more about that, to talk more about that onto this edition of the program. But before we go any further, let's try to bring you the standing from the first and second division league of the Liberia Football Association. It will interest you to know that FC Fascia, the missionary, remain unbeaten in the competition. FC Fascia remain unbeaten in the competition so far. They are just drew 2 games from all of their matches played so far. They have played 10 matches so far, and they have won 8 and drew 2, and they stand 6 points clear on the table of the LFA First Division League, followed by FCB Mountain with 20 points. So FC Fascia remain unbeaten in the competition so far with 10 matches gone, and they stand at the top with 26 points, 6 points clear off the table. And they have drew just 2 games and lost nothing so far. So second on the table is FCB Mountain with 20 points. And they have played 10 matches, won 6, drew 2, and lost 2. They have 20 points. Third is Pinsdale FC. They are doing significant job there. Also in the competition, they are third place. From 10 matches played so far, they have won 6, drew 1, lost 3. And we have this, that's LPRC Oilers. Oilers is at 4th place with 19 points from 10 matches played so far. They have won 6 of their 10 matches, drew 1, and lost 3. 5th is Discovery FC. Discovery is at 5th place with 17 points from 10 matches played so far. Followed by Liska FC is at 6th position and 16 points from 10 matches played. At 7th place is Heaven 11. Heaven 11 has played 10 matches, 12 points from 10 matches played so far. At 8th place is Blackman Warrior. They stand at 8th place on the LFA First Division table. They have played 10 matches and they have gotten 12 points from 10 matches played so far, followed by Watanga FC. the current champions of the LFA First Division. Watanga has elevated a little bit from bottom of the table. They at ninth place right now. Watanga is at ninth place. I think Watanga, like I said, we still have more games to play. We hope that Watanga FC can put up the trade because they are the defending champion of the LFA First Division League, and their performances have been very poor lately. But they have climbed a little bit on the table with at ninth place. From 10 matches played, they have 12 points from 10 matches played. They have lost, Watanga have lost 4 of their 10 matches, drew 2, and they have won 3. They are drew 3 and won 3. Yes, so Watanga is at 9th place, and followed by Invisible 11, who sits at 10th place on the LFA First Division League table. Invisible 11 have played 10 matches, and they got 10 points from 10 matches played already. At 11 is Global Farmer. Global Farmer is at 11th place, and they have played 10 matches, and they got 10 points from 10 matches played so far. And at the bottom, we have Shatter FC. Shatter FC have played 10 matches with 8 points so far, and followed by Freeport FC at 13th place. Well, Freeport FC have dropped drastically on the LFA First Division table. They are 13th place from 10 matches played with 8 points, while Mighty Barrow is at the very bottom. Like people always say, they are no longer Mighty Barrow, but that's the people name. They are Mighty Barrow. They are at the very bottom of the table with 5 points from 10 matches played so far. So that's just how it is on the LFA First Division League table. We hope to give you update and the standing from the LFA Second Division League. And while we do that, let's see if we can do that quickly. The LFA Second Division League table. Like I told you, we will have Mr. Diba live on the line from Grand Bassa County. He was to be live in studio here, but due to some pressing engagement, he's in Grand Bassa, but promised to speak with us live from Grand Bassa to talk more about football, especially our local football. You know, he's one of Liberia's best, and his involvement of late in our domestic football in Liberia. We're going to talk more about that. You know, just football in general. You know, he has vast experience when it comes to the game, and he have played in top leagues around Europe, and he remains Liberia's most celebrated football legend. And we hope to speak with him. And I mean, on the second division table, we also want to fill you through. So far, they are going 14 matches in the second division league of the Liberia Football Association, and topping the table is Wologisi FC. Wologisi FC continues to do extremely well in the LFA Second Division League, saying their ascendancy, to the Second Division League of the Liberia Football Association. They have played 14 matches so far, and they have gotten 37 points from 14 matches played, and they have won 12 of their 14 matches, drew 1 and lost 1, followed by Jubilee FC, the Church Boys. And we hope to have their president here on next Saturday on the program. He was to appear earlier, but he lost his mother. That's Mr. James Nimeni. He lost his mother and was buried last Saturday. And he spoke with me and gave me the assurance that he will appear on our program, King's Post Talk, to talk more about his team. And he's also vying for LFA, that's the Liberia Football Association Executive Committee membership in the upcoming committee convention. So we're going to talk more about that, and we hope to have you on next Saturday. So Wologisi FC is topping the second division table with 37 points from 14 matches played, followed by Jubilee FC. Jubilee FC have 34 points from 14 matches played. They have won 11 of their 14 matches, drew 1 and lost 2, followed by Downtown FC. Downtown FC have 27 points from 14 matches played. And Mangivi FC is also doing extremely well. Yeah, they have played 14 matches so far. They have gotten 26 points from 14 matches played, followed by Gardner FC. Gardner FC have made a significant stride on the table. They have moved upward a little bit with 22 points from 14 matches played. NPA Anko NPA have played 14 games and they have gotten 21 points from 14 games played so far. And the Bourgeois Ireland Ball, Pash FC, have played 14 games and they have gotten 19 points. And they are at the they are seventh place on the LFA second division table, followed by Samira FC. Samira FC is at eighth place on the second division table with 17 points from 14 matches played. The newly promoted second division team, Gompa FC, they got promoted last season to the LFA second division. They are at ninth place with 16 points from 14 matches played. Nimba Quado is at 10th place with 14 points from 13 matches played. So Nimba Quado have one outstanding match to play, and that gave them edge. Followed by CC United, who also played 13 matches, and they have gotten 14 points. They still have an outstanding match to play. They also have an edge to triumph over Gompa or Samira FC. That is, if they can win the outstanding match. Yeah. CC United, and followed by District 17 Academy. They have played 14 matches and they have 13 points from 14 matches played. Gion Pro have played 14 and 13 points, followed by Philadelphia Lone Star. They have 13 points from 14 matches played. Sano MPA, they are struggling so badly. Sano MPA, they are struggling, and they have just, in fact, their president, uh, Mr. Emmett Bly, I learned that he's no longer the president of Sano MPA. Hachu it is. I hope to place a call to him also to see if we can talk about that. Emmett Bly, he happens to be the president of the Sano MPA, but information reaching me said saying that he's no longer the president of Sano MPA. I don't know for what, but I haven't verified that, and I hope to talk to him on the line also to see if we can talk more about that. And last on the table is Mate Enforcer. They have played 14 games and they have gotten 8 points so far from 14 matches played. So that's how it's gonna be like. That's how it's like for the second division table of the Liberia Football Association. Um, you know, so let's try to see if we can have Mr. Diba live on the line. He promised to speak with us. Let's see if we can get him. But don't forget now, keep playing your Kings FM Saturday morning jackpot, motorbike jackpot. I'm giving out 10,000 Liberian dollars, 10,000 Liberian dollars. So you can be that lucky person. I will do another draw before I leave the radio. You just keep playing *7 9 *26 hatch is the code. Uh, okay, we have Mr. So we will try to reconnect with Mr. Diva. He just told me that he's a little bit busy. We will try to speak with him shortly in the next 10 or 15 minutes time. But howbeit, we stay right here on the program King's Post Talk. Let's try to take a break. Let's try to take a break to make some adjustment. When we return, we try to give you more development on to this edition of the program King's Post Talk.
Si un player non sta non sta player non sta non sta play questa mio cosco non sta player non sta non sta player non sta non sta player non sta non sta play questa mio cosco non sta player non sta non sta player non sta non sta player non sta non sta play.
Okay, welcome back. Welcome back. It's good to have you following. For those of you following live on our Cloud TV page and our YouTube channel, you can like our pages. And for those of you following live on radio, I'd like to say thanks so much. It's good to have you following. So, like I said, we hope to have Mr. Diba in the next 15 to 20 minutes time, so we can talk a little bit about some of the conversation we are closely following on to this edition of the program. In case you're just joining us, is a reminder you are in tune to King Sports Talk, 1 hour 30 minutes of the most captivating sports news from Liberia and other parts of the world. On today's edition, we are closely following the postponement by the organizer of the National County Sport Meet, and they have postponed the competition to January 12th as the new date. And initially, it was slated for December 15. Yes, the preliminary round for December 15. And on yesterday, there was a press conference held, and the organizer told the media and Liberians in general that the competition will be postponed or has been postponed. And some of the reasons surrounding the postponement, a major among the reason is the issue of funding. Yes, funding, and that is something that is very very uh, 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 you know I don't know how, I don't want to, but it's discouraging because the issue of the competition since its inception, eh, in the early 90s, since in the early 90s, since uh, uh, mm, yes, since its inception, mm, um, it has been a moment, a time where Liberians, you know, forget about all of their differences, come together, and cheer their various counties to victory. So, for example, if we have politicians, or different tribes, because there are other counties that have more than two tribes in that particular county. If we have tribes going against each other for whatever reason, I'm just trying to give an example. For whatever reason, during the national county sport meet competition, those tribes, those people forget about their differences. They come together and support their county. That's when you see politicians, hugging, politicians shaking hands, politicians, contributing together for the success of the counties in the competition. And is that signals how significant the competition is. No, that is the time you see people. No, that is the time you see people are more glued to their radio. They are more glued to the television set, and they are also trooping in at the at the various stadiums, whether it is doing the preliminary round or it is doing the qualifier, because most often the qualifiers is held in Monrovia. So the preliminary round normally goes around the various counties. So they get host counties. So when the preliminary round is done, those who qualify for the quarterfinal stage of the competition comes to Monrovia. So you will see that more people troop in, especially at the SKD, where the competition normally take place. For what reason? To support their counties. In spite of their differences, in spite of their tribal differences, in spite of their political differences, in spite of their religious affiliations, they troop in and support. You will not see people asking, say, because like Gisi man gave the money, so the county will not use it. Because a Lofa and a Loma man gave the money for a Lofa team, so the county will not use it. Only Gisi man money will use. No. Gisi man will support, Loma man will support, Bandi will support, and that's just it. You understand? In spite of that differences. So now the organizer, along with the government of Liberia, should see reason to try to, rejuvenate or add more flavor to the competition. So whenever the competition is held, like for example, the 2023 edition, some of the organizer will look at some of the mistakes they made along the way during the organizing of the 2023 edition, so that the next time during the 2024 edition will be more, far better as than the 2023 edition. And gradually, the competition grows. Unlike in Liberia, it is always about postponement, low funding, no funding. Sometimes the players even go for the competition when it comes back. They can't receive their just benefit, their stipend, their some of the things and that were promised then, for the competition. And those things remains a challenge. Those things remains a challenge. So I was shocked yesterday. I know many of you are shocked, to hearing the news that the county may have been postponed. And one of the major reasons is the issue of low budgetary allotment for football or sport in general. You can reduce football budget from 150,000 to 50,000 analysis dollars. It was even small when it was at 150,000. How are we doing football or sport in Liberia? Then you want to see difference. It's not magic, it's preparation. Especially when it comes to the county meet. Look at the kind of how the way people are toxic, the kind of noise that is in the country. I think if the county meet was to start at about this time before going to the new year, some of those noise around the country will start to cease because people's attention will be directed to the competition. Yes. That's the time you see people asking questions. People get more involved. Look, people get more involved with the county meet than the LFA leagues around here. How many people want to follow the LFA leagues? That's why we normally push it. Some of us who are sport journalists, we normally push the LFA league. That is our strategy nowadays, to push the LFA league, so that we can bring it closer to the people. Because not many people care about it. I hope to have Mr. Diba, because back then, when they were still on the playing pitch, it was far different. You had more people getting more involved. There are people who used to run to the SKD. When it talks about Barrow coming to play, when it talks about RE coming to play, and the rest of the other teams. I was on Galley Street one time. Some of the guys on Galley Street were trying to discuss how football was like, and back then. People were more involved. Until today's day, it's not the same. Not many people care about LC Facia going play and B Mountain going play. How many people care? Only a few. So get intakes, and it's not as compared. And only us can face this. And we cannot face this with just talking. We got to be practical about this. And how can we be practical? The government of Liberia, through the Ministry of Youth and Sports and the Liberia Football Association, can see reason to infuse more budget, more money into sports, especially football. Because in Liberia, football being not easy. We got all of discipline, all of sports discipline here, but football being not easy. So the government of Liberia, through the Ministry of Youth and Sports, got to see reason. Yes, they got to see reason in that. And 2 days ago, the LFA Chief Statistician and General Coordinator, NSD Flan, was appointed by the Confederation of African Football CAF to serve as Assistant General Coordinator AGC in the group stage of the Total Energy CAF Champions League. That's a very good news for the LFA and Mr. Ernest Flan. And congratulations, Mr. Flan. We wish you well as you go, into your new sojourn. Flan will fulfill his duty as AGC for the Group B match between the Moroccan champions AS FAR and South African champions Mamelodi Sundowns at the Standard Air Abdi in Morocco on Sunday, December 7th. That's on tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow. No, it's supposed to be the 8th, eh? Yeah. On Saturday, that's today, sorry. So today, Mr. Flan will supersede the match between Mamelodi Sundowns of South Africa and the Moroccan champions AS FAR. Yes. So it's a job well done for him. We hope all goes well with him there in Morocco. Okay. So Liberia will be against Senegal in the second round of the CHAN Championship. It is meant for. Let me try to get detail of this. It is meant for our local guys, the local guys on the national team, and Liberia will beat against Senegal because they qualified, and the qualification is first of a kind since the inception of the competition. The competition is meant for the national team players who play locally in their various local league in their various countries. So let's see if we can give you some detail on this. Yeah, let's see. We can give you some detail. So Liberia will be up against Senegal in the second round of the competition, where they will be for the very first time in that competition, second round edition, and it's going to be on the 11th of this month. Yes, December 11th going to be the first December 11th going to be the first match between Liberia and Senegal. So we hope that the national team, because that's the only place we are right now. We are no longer in the qualifiers for the AFCON Nations Cup in Morocco. We have been booted out in a World Cup qualifier, the same thing. So until next time, this is the only competition now we are hoping to fly our flag while we are with the bigger one. So we are hoping that the national team can get all the needed support, so that at least we can see how best we can keep our flag flying while we wait for the bigger one. And sometime back in November, late in November, the construction of installation of artificial turf at the Anthony Tottenham Sports Stadium commenced, and I will going at the ATS to see how far it has gone. But I know there are a lot more have been done there so far. So we hope to give you detail on our subsequent broadcast on next Saturday. And another development here, while we stay away to join Mr. Debat, the women's senior national team head coach Salam Matwed Kebadi has named a 25-player squad list for the upcoming NRU tournament in McKinnon, Sierra Leone. So the team left this gone November the 30th, and they will be in Sierra Leone for the competition. They are in Sierra Leone for the competition. So we will give you detail on some of their matches played there so far, how it is. So the CAF the CAF regional medical course concluded on yesterday successfully, or 2 days ago, sorry, That was not yesterday. It was the day before yesterday. That was on Thursday in Monrovia. And the competition, the 3-day Confederation of African Football CAF Regional Medical Course for WAFU A concluded successfully on Wednesday in Monrovia. The course brought together 18 medical professionals from the 9 members association of WAFU A to enhance their knowledge and skills in medical topics such as the CAF MRR protocol, the CAF anti-doping strategy 2023-25, heat stroke, extortional, cyclings, and more, all aimed at ensuring better care for players in the region. We're trying to develop football, and some of our regional partners are doing well. Our regional, people like Sierra Leone, people like Senegal, people like Africa, Ghana, they're doing well. Some of the things need to be done here, and it can't be done without money. Yes, it can be done without money. So all of those things is good, but again, we need money to do it because you got to motivate the people. You cannot get the people demotivated. You cannot have them demotivated and you expect them to give you all of their best. That is not possible. That is not possible. Yeah, so we hope that all of those things that are happening, we hope that the authorities can do all of their best so that those guys can be motivated, whether the athletes or the medical team and those who are involved technically with all of the events or the discipline can get them needed motivation to do their job. And at the Blues Field, it was exceptional. From some of those kids there, I like to call them the wonder kids. Yeah, it was exceptional. The talent hunt, continues. The talent hunt coach Ahmed Nije continue his training for some of these wonder kids. I like to describe them that way at the Blues Field. It started December 1. Scouting process started December 1. I was there. I spotted some of their activities. It was good. And I think that is another means of grassroots sports development, especially football, to see the kids at between the ages of 5 to 10 years, getting involved, getting the technical skills, the knowledge on how, to do it. And I think these are some of the things that boost the kids, game when it comes to football. So before they reach at the level on 15, on 20, then they start to do more. Then sometimes people wonder where the child come from. Especially in Liberia, we have the talent is inborn. We have the inborn talents here. So some of those kids that need the space to explore, to showcase themselves. So see, some of those things, and from the LFA trying to do some of those grassroots spotting, and making the kids to have the space to explore themselves, I think is something that we all have to take into consideration. So let's see if we can have Mr. Diba. Let's see if we can have Mr. Diba on the line, because he said in 15 minutes time. Let's see if we can have him on the line. Let's see if we can have Mr. Diba on the line to talk a little bit. Okay. So as soon as we get in, we're hooking, and so that we can talk more on this edition of the program, King's Post Talk. So while we're trying to connect in, let's take a break. Let's take a break while we try to connect in.
Si un player Lusta player Lusta play, I time you go score. Lusta player, Lusta, Lusta player, Lusta, Lusta player, Lusta, play, Lusta play. My time you go score, Lusta player, Lusta.
Okay, thanks so much for rejoining us. We will still try all we can to join Mr. Debat. He told us that he's a little busy. So just in case if we get signal from him, we'll have him live on the line. Or if we can't, then we will do all we can to have him live in studio anytime soon. But let me bring this to our attention. Of recent, few days ago, there was a very serious stabbing in Zero Curry. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correct. Zero Curry. Is one of the biggest city in Guinea. Zero Curry, and I was told that the stabbing was due to a football match that was held in Zero Curry, one of the biggest city in Guinea, aside from Conakry. Yeah, and up to 50% lost their life. Mhm. Up to 50% lost their life. And the last time I heard or saw similar thing was 2013 when Liberia, you know, play a match at SKD where over 13 persons, if I think 9 persons, 8 or 9 persons died, and several other got wounded severely. Yes, when the SKD got overcrowded. Yeah, but this one is very great. It was due to so let read what it says here. They said the Liberia Football Association is deeply saddened and extend its heartfelt condolences following the tragic stadium stampede in Guinea, which has claimed the lives of over 50 football fans and left many others injured. The incident occurred during a friendly football tournament between the cities of Zerokuri and Labid on Sunday, December 1, 2024. Our thought are with the families of the deceased, the injured, and all those affected by this devastating event. We stand in solidarity with the football community in Guinea during this difficult time. We offer our heartfelt support to the Federation, Guinean de Football, FGF, and the entire football community in Guinea, wishing a speedy and full recovery of the injured. So we it's pathetic, and we all mourn the loss because it's something that can happen anywhere, even in the Great Europe. That's why authorities of the game continues to develop plans to see how best they can safeguard fans from some of those things from happening. Because sometimes when these things happen, there's no control, there's no means to control it. It is only by the grace of God. Because even the security, those who are stewards, those are people who normally observe the fans, restrict their movement, the stouts. That's why most of the time they face their back at the playing pitch and look after the fans because they restrict the fans' movement. Yes. So throughout the match, you'll see that the stouts at those various gates or even along around the pitch, and turn the back to the playing pitch and facing the fans because they try to curtail the issue of stadium stampede. Look, it can be uncontrollable. And of recent, the LFA through the Liberia, that's FIFA through the Liberia Football Association held some of those seminars, and on how to maintain the gathering, have and stadium safety. There were people trained, security personnel, fire service, and people from different backgrounds who are connected with the game. They were trained on stadium safety. It is important that those people who go to the game be protected. And how can they be protected? There are strategies. That's why FIFA continues to work on it to mitigate some of those things. And for us in Africa, it will be very hard for us to adopt. But again, it is for our own good. Though we are mourning, we are saddened by the devastated incident in Guinea. But again, it is incumbent upon us as fans, as administrators, and as those who are responsible to do the necessary thing to curtail some of those things from happening. Because if we don't do it, it becomes deadly. Like look at what happened in Guinea. Over 50% lost their life. Those people were energetic. They went to with the mindset to cheer their favorite teams to victory. And all of a sudden they made their demise. Some people are now strong to the resistance, to some of the resistance. So they gave up so easily. And normally when those things happen, is just uncontrollable. You just can't control it. Yes. Yeah. So we are very sorry, and that should be a lesson learned, and so that we can try to curtail some of those things. We can't have it repeating. Yes. So uh so I think I can open the telephone lines now so we can talk a little bit. You can have a say on some of the things we've been talking here. The National County Sports Meet have been postponed. I know many of you are anticipating cheering your Vera counties, getting set now. Are hearing some transfer news. Some of the players that have been, brought to their various counties. Some of the players that have been signed to participate in a competition for their Vera counties. Some people were, but all of a sudden, we are hearing or we heard that they are postponed it to January 12th. What do you make of it? And one of the reasons given is the issue of funding. Yes. What do you make of it? You can call us right now 0772 23 99 34, 0772 23 99 33, 0772 23 99 33, or 0 777 980 375, 0 are the numbers to call, and you're going to be live on the program King Sports Talk. We are talking about the National County Sport Meet postponement and the preparation of the Lone Star, to face Senegal in the second round of the child qualifiers. What do you make of it? You can keep your calls coming through to those numbers 0772 239933 or 0 and you're going to be live on the program this morning here on King's Post Talk, right here on King's FM. So while we are with your calls, let's take this break. We can freshen up a little bit. When we come back, we start to take more of your calls. So keep following.
Kings 80.
Got the flavor.
See a player in Lusta player in play Lusta play. What time you go score? Lusta player in Lusta player in Lusta player in play Lusta play. What time you go score? Lusta player in Lusta player in Lusta player in Lusta.
So while we are with your calls, let's keep doing this. Don't forget now, I want to do one more draw. Star 79 and star 26 hash is the code. Don't forget, for those of you following us from Radio Land, you can still play star 79 and star 26 hash is the code with just 200 Liberty or $1.50 USD. You can win for yourself. 10,000 Liberian dollars. Yeah, you can win for yourself 10,000 Liberian dollars. So 0772 23 99 33, 0772 23 99 33, or 0777 9803 75, 0777 9803 75. What do we make of the postponement of the National County Sport Meet? And especially most of us were already on our feet to chair our various counties, to our various county to to victory, but all of a sudden the organizer had a press conference on yesterday and they postponed it. And more besides, of recent, the draft national budget. For some of us, we were so inquisitive. They were so inquisitive to see why they have in it for why they have in it for sports. Yeah, we were so inquisitive to see what they have in it for sports, and to our surprise, we only saw it reduce drastically. Already, we're complaining about money for sport. When you hear the coach, all of the coaches we brought so far to talk about preparation, no money, money, and when the money can't, it can't late. Even when it can't late, sometimes it can be correct. So when they put half a $100, when they bring in it, they will delay with the $100. Eh? When they bring it now, so now it will be $90. So now it will be 80. You see, my man, that man, let's say one. Then we expect the players to go and do all the magic. In football or sport doesn't work that way. The players should always be in a position where they are focused. Their whole attention is toward the game. You know, then getting some of those things that will, distract them. For example, when you prepare, all of your focus is to go and do the necessary thing that you prepare for. But all of a sudden, time for you to make a move, they'll tell you, say, oh, why you supposed to get? It's not possible. Or when you start getting money, they will say, okay, we'll give it to you Wednesday. Way small. All I want a play on the players, on the athletes mentally, and it distract them. And that's why we don't have the kind of result we normally get. We get the kind of result we get, sorry. Yeah. And we can't expect the players or the athletes to go and perform magic because some of those people are going, you know, against, they are prepared. The thing is about preparation. It's not magic. It's about preparation. So how well you prepare is the kind of result you get out. Yeah. Now we have reduced the government, national government reduced sport budget, especially football. And mind you now, we have two former LFA president at the level of the legislature. Hmm? Two former LFA president, former players are there. Hmm? And people who are involved with sports. But I mean, all they said there in budget pass and football on reduce. And some of the things you will look at it as not significant from you, the politician. That's how you look at it. It's not significant. They may not play balls in it. But when you check around you here, some of your chair Barcelona, some of your chair Man City. So most of the kids there, the players on the teams are young people below 20. If most of them above 29, 30. Hmm? But they are getting and giving a necessary result because of what they are getting. So the more you put in, the more you put in, mm, mm, the more you get out. So why were you underfund the national team and you expect them to perform? Mm? So one of the reasons why the national contest sport me were postponed is because of low budget allocation. That's just it. Many people will not want to say, but we'll say playing as it is. Yeah. Mm? Yeah, we'll say playing as it is, has unfold. That's what we are here for. Yeah. And recently, my man Thomas Kojo rolled out from Freedom FM posted on his page about garbage taking over the SKD. And after he did that, few days after, I saw the yellow front hand loader, you know, the front hand loader trying to remove the dead out of the SKD. Then I wonder, I say, wow. So where the people keep doing the same thing over and over? Stadium maintenance. The last time I spoke about SKD, and now SKD about 8 years. They say they're doing renovation there now. I will go there and check to see how far they are gone. And you cannot get the stadium in that kind of deplorable condition. Filthy up. Then you expect fans to go there and sit in the grass. They're on painted stands where the player already open air. The rain beat it. And you guys didn't get intakes. Aside from that, there are other money coming for those things. Why you guys cannot maintain it? Why you guys cannot maintain it? But we just can't say all because some of those things we just do what we can, but some of the things are not in our purview. We just sit on the radio and try to highlight them. And if they see the needs, they can do it. Like I said, when Rula spoke about that, he posted on the Facebook page a few days after the Minister of Youth and Sport cleared the debt up. And the response from the minister was, it was the Christian program, normally the hard program, where the bishop, the pastors can go out of the stadium to preach. They were doing some of those programs that the dead part, they got a kind of part of diet at the entrance of the SKD. And so you didn't see it. You didn't see it. Somebody got to post it on their Facebook page or come on the radio and speak about it before you remove it. The people don't go to the stadium and use it free. You rent it out. They give you money. So when the people are done, you should have a maintenance team checking. That is their job. That is their job. That is their job. Oh, I think one of the phones is now on. I think one of the phones is now on. So you think the job we are alone, you can be talking about? Everybody, job we are alone. Job we are alone. And now I want to speak with Diva, but it's like he's still busy. He said he's doing like some job there. So I don't think I can have him. So that's why you think a George right alone, we normally say, hey, George right alone. You think a magic George right alone play? It was preparation. This is one of the questions I wanted to ask Mr. Diva. And I will have him here. I will have most of them here to talk about how it used to be like, what are some of those things they were involved with that made them they had the necessary result that they used to give the Liberian people. Look, when I was a kid, my papa used to run on the stage. The men used to go watch the game. The enthusiasm used to be in the people when Lone Star playing. Lone Star play is a must. When you draw Lone Star, then you play. You really play. That's the kind of results you get. Now I'm not there. So it was preparation. Mr. Weir, he was the technical director. He used to put money into the game, into the players for preparation. That's how they qualify for the 2 Nations Cup. And you should see Lone Star performance. Somebody can go on YouTube and watch it. See some of the game Lone Star play against some of the top teams in Africa, like Algeria, Nigeria, Ghana, and Cape Verde. You can just name it. Look at go on YouTube, watch some of Lone Star matches when George Weah 11 was on the pitch. And compare it to the team we get Nana, the Lone Star we get Nana. See the difference. See the commitment those guys used to play with. You think our magic? No. With the little they have, with the little Mr. Weah had, he was investing into the team. That was preparation because he knows the rules of the game is why you put in and why you get out. So in that magic, you get me reducing budget, then you expect the player to go play magic. Then you sit down and say, no, nothing. No. So let's try to draw the curtains onto this edition. But before we go, let me read some of the comments. Thanks so much for being there. And we will be here next Saturday. We hope to have some of our guests. And that is if they give the green light that it will be here on next Saturday. Mr. James Nimini, the president of Jubilee Football Club. He promised to be our guest. He promised to be our guest on the program until next Saturday. But before we take a leave of you, let me read some of the comments that have been coming through. Alexander M. Dorlet say, good morning, bro. I'm following from the USA. Thanks so much, Alexander. And Jim McBorough say, hope I get the name correct. Play Lone Star play. What time you will score? Oh, let's go. Okay, Jim McBorough said, che. Okay. Rose Quita said, good morning. Thanks, Rose, for following. Thomas Haynes said, watching you from 12 Houses Road, ELW, Pinzo City, Liberia. Jim McBorough comes again and said, they cancel it. Wow. They rescheduled to when? Okay, we share it to January 12th. Honor President George, we are 6 years. Did we cancel county meet from the due date? No, there was no county meet cancel. I can't. Yeah. German probably said, I was told to pay for each letter numbers printed on the jersey I wanted for the county meet. I did because I believe in the good potential of our citizens in our country, Mama Liberia. My people, please be careful about buying any jersey from Mama Liberia, especially when you are told to pay for the. Okay. We are getting there. Richard Dow said we are getting there. German president, we have ever canceled any county meet. Okay. The money they are sharing should be used for that. Kudet Whalen says that. Okay, we can read that. Okay. Promising basketball in coverage. Good morning, Chief. I'm closely following from District 15. Okay, promising that promoting basketball. Sorry, promoting basketball in Liberia. Mama, we can schedule. We can schedule this. We can schedule ourselves and talk more about basketball a little bit. And you've been hitting me up, but maybe we can do it anytime soon. So just place a number up. I will go back to the live Facebook feed and take your number, and I'll call you right after the program so we can talk and see if we can have some time to talk about basketball. Ruth Bodwo's Bainings, hope I get it correct. It says watching from Phoenix, Arizona, USA. Thanks so much, Ruth. That's it though. Susie Lamandi say, I don't just get it. Okay, Vanessa John Bauer say I'm watching from Nikitan. So thanks so much to all of you. It was good having you listening and watching. The program returns next Saturday same time on this very died Kings Radio. I catch you. It's gonna be on Saturday for the rest of our broadcast. Up next, Diallo gonna be here to do more of what I was able to do. Yeah.
See your player,